All right, so these are a stack of Bibles that I have. Most of these text blocks are out of print, and most of these I got thinking of doing rebinds eventually, but I didn't get there, and I'm going to be moving, so I'm just looking to pass these on, hopefully to someone that will appreciate them. So, starting on the left-hand side, this is an NLT filament edition. It is the same text block as the Caxton by Schuyler. So if you want an NLT single column, the Caxton or the Cambridge has a single column. It's the same font. Main difference is there are not references. It's got the filament thing. But this one, surprisingly, is actually printed in the US. So good print quality, good paper. So if I would consider rebinding this because the Caxton is out of print and the NLT Select is also out of print. So this is a way that you could make your own, and those usually sell pretty quickly. This one is an ESV, Cambridge ESV wide margin. It has a stain here. This one would be cheap because of that stain. There's nothing on the presentation page. There are very, very few notes, and this is printed in the Netherlands, so great paper. It's not in perfect condition, but it would be a good rebind candidate, and I'll flip through really quick. I did not see many notes. I saw a few. As you can see here, they're kind of hard to find. I saw a few written in ballpoint pen. I saw maybe 2 flipping through the whole thing. I didn't see any underlines or highlights. So I think it would be probably worth the time to do a rebind on this. So there's an example of some of the writing. Again, not a lot. And there is some show through with the pen, but it's not a ton. Next, this is a out of print NIV 84 Thompson chain reference TCR. It actually doesn't necessarily need to be rebound. I think it's genuine leather. Genuine leather Smithsonian. Some of the pages are still stuck together on this when I was going through it. So this is very good condition. NIV 84 out of print TCR. This honestly could probably just be sold and used as is, unless someone really, you saw some of them sticking together there. This next one is out of print Thomas Nelson. It's called the 1611 King James. I don't know if this is really worth rebinding or not, but it's interesting. It's not actually a facsimile of the 1611, but it has the same spelling and such. So again, this wouldn't be particularly expensive, but it is an interesting text block. The next one is the Evangelical Heritage version. This one's interesting because it's a unique text block, mostly based on the majority text, not widely used, but it is a single column. It feels like the NIV 84, but it leans towards the majority text, so that makes it kind of unique. It's only available, as far as I know, in a hardback. So if it were rebound, it would be something unique. This is an NRSV out of print text block by Thomas Nelson. There's a name written there, but if you rebound it, it wouldn't matter. I believe this one's printed in the US as well. And this is my favorite text block of the NRSV. Great text size. I like these fan tabs. Great NRSV text block. And I'm guessing the NRSV 84 is probably not going to be made in premium text blocks for much longer with the NRSV UE coming out. This one's similar. It's quite a bit thicker. It's the Cokesbury NRSV. This is probably the best because it's got larger font. So this is one of the best text blocks of the NRSV. Larger text and no references. So a great reader version, again, out of print. I could double check. I don't think any of these have any writing other than what I point out. These two are NRSVs out of print from Oxford, and these are printed in the Netherlands. Excellent paper, no longer in print, and they have a ton of cross references. The Apocrypha one is the only Bible I know that has references to the Apocrypha in the New Testament. That was why I bought it. I have a second copy that I'm planning to keep. This is an extra one. There was no writing in it. It came from England. I think I think it was only made and used in Europe, so they're pretty rare in the U.S. There were some dog-eared pages just from the book being put in boxes and things. I flattened those out, so as you can see, it's in great condition. Excellent paper, and just double check. Yeah, Youngblood, acid-free so that's printed in the Netherlands. So there's two of these, one with the Apocrypha and one without. This is a out of print NIV 84 slimline. I think presentation page was filled out. This would be very cheap. But if someone really likes, you know, the NIV 84 and wants a slimline text block, this is a good one. This one would be very cheap because they're not particularly rare. But, you know, if you're buying rebinds anyway, might be interested. NIV New Testament, I have one of these. I really like it. I'm a big fan of the NIV 84, and I like single column, and I also like not having a lot of references in the way. This paper has virtually no show-through. Very thick, printed in the U.S., just a great reader Bible. And it's unique because I believe it's the 78 or the 84, which is out of print, printed in the U.S., really nice big font, excellent reader. That's the 78. This is an 84, and I actually have two of them. So these are two NIV 84 single column Bibles. One is the 10th anniversary edition of the NIV. As far as I can tell, they're the same text block. Oddly, the special edition one has gilding, or they both have gilding on the top only. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why they did that. These are unused, so they're basically mint NIV 84. As you can see, some of the pages are still sticking together. Mint NIV 84 single columns, only really footnotes, no references. Again, excellent readers. Those are the same, so I'm not going to open that one. You want to pause? We could just do it.